Are you overwhelmed with setting expectations within your home and actually having them followed and even sticking to those expectations yourself? If you are, then you want to keep listening. Today I'm sharing how to get started on clearly defining expectations within your home. Hi, I'm Tammy Schmidt and welcome back to my channel. Let's dive right in. Creating your own home management vision. You're like, what does that mean and what does that have to do with setting expectations? Okay, so if you know what you value, if you know what is important, the next step is to envision how to bring that to fruition. We have obligations. We know we have to bring those into the mix too. So when you're creating your home management vision, you take your values, you take your obligations, and you kind of put them together and you go through 3 steps. So what are the 3 steps? You focus on how it feels, you focus on how you want it to function, and then the third thing, after you figure out how you want it to feel and how you want it to function, then we worry about the fashion. Then we worry about how we want it to look. Okay? So when I talk about how you want your home to feel, this is something a little bit different. Again, it's where we're going to start. We're going to get to how we want it to look and how we want it to be clutter-free and all that kind of stuff too. But first, I urge you, focus on how you want to feel when you walk into your house. For me, when anyone walks through the door, whether it's myself, my husband, my kids, friends, strangers, whatever the case may be, I want them to feel a sense of belonging. I want them to really feel like at peace coming into our house. I don't want them to be nervous. You know how it is, right? You go to somebody's house. Well, do I take my shoes off? Do I leave my shoes on? Do they make coffee? Do they have coffee? All of those anxieties, when somebody walks into our house, I just want all of those anxieties to slip away. So step number 2 is to focus on the function. This is something that is at a high level. We're not talking about checklists at this point in time. Instead, we're going to take how we want our home to feel, and we're going to figure out how the functionality supports that, if that makes sense. So if I want people to have a feeling of if I want people to have a sense of belonging when they come into our house, they should really have a place to put their coats and their shoes and things like that. So that's kind of a high level function. Okay? So then third, we get to talk about the fashion and the look. And honestly, I'm going to be straight up with you on this. This is not my strong suit. I feel anxious when I have to think about making all the colors cohesive in my house and the color-coded bins and all that kind of stuff. Neat, organized, and tidy, and stark white walls is where we're at for most of the part. But that's something that I am working on changing as well. I realize that to get that feeling for people when they come into my house, it should look a certain way too. So we focus on how we want it to feel, we focus on the function, and then we focus on the fashion or the look of the space. So this really is kind of a big thing and a big goal to have, to define that home management vision and really create it for yourself. But I have an opportunity for you to kind of downscale that, and instead of doing this whole big home management vision for how you want it to be all year long, we're going to parse that down. And I have a free download for you to create your own holiday plan, and your plan has a little bit of this interwoven into it. So when you have, let's say you're hosting the holiday, and even if you're not hosting, you still want your home to feel a certain way for yourself and for your family. So to get the free download, I'm going to put a link below in the comments. I would love for you to share this video with your friends and family. They're welcome to sign up for the free download and get that as well. And that's what I have for you today. So remember, you want to focus on the feel, the function, and then the fashion. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday.